So, back from the VGC guide, and this time we are looking at Rillaboom. Personally, I think it's good that it's lost Grassy Glide. At least for now, we'll wait and see what happens in the DLC, but Grassy Glide was what made Rillaboom so strong back in the previous generation. Now it's just very good. And very good is acceptable. Like, we don't want super busted Pokemon, so Rillaboom losing Grassy Glide I think is going to be very good for the game. It still has access to Wood Hammer, and that's still massive damage because of the Grassy Surge boosting it even further, so it's still going to be able to do some very good damage, just not a priority. You got the Fake Out still, so you can still go for that priority, and Fake Out is one of the main reasons to use Rillaboom, so that you can get the flinches very nicely. Pairs nicely with the Assault Vest as well, because you can fit Fake Out on very easily, and just basically have coverage however you want. You should always have Wood Hammer, you should always have Fake Out, and then it's just basically what are your two favourite filler moves. So, Knock Off, good utility, going to be able to get rid of the items as well. Snarl, reduce their special defense, stack with the Assault Vest even further. Then there's just loads of other ones. Like, this is not a recommended moveset, here are just some other very good moves that you could use on an Assault Vest. Like, Drum Beating is going to be able to get some speed reduction, so then you won't care as much that you won't have Grassy Glide, because then you'll be able to outspeed things after you got their speed drop. It's also a good way of attacking with your grass coverage while not giving yourself recoil. So it's perfectly justifiable to have both Wood Hammer and Drum Beating. Drain Punch is going to be able to just get some recovery as well, be able to hit things like Chien-Pao very nicely and just bring them down to the Focus Sash. Endeavor, when you've taken a load of damage, that's going to be able to chip away at a load of things. You're not going to be able to do much damage when you Endeavor at full HP, but after you've taken a lot, Endeavor could be quite nice. Low Kick is going to be a bit stronger than Drain Punch against some things, but it doesn't get any kind of recovery. But you're going to be able to hit things like, well, I was going to say Tyranitar, but, you know, you hit that with Wood Hammer a bit stronger anyway. But Low Kick will be maybe slightly stronger than Drain Punch is in some situations, mainly against Steel types. Probably Hisui and Goodra would be the big one to be able to Low Kick. That would be 120 base power for sure. Here's some other ones. Stomping Tantrum, that you can hit Heat Trans, and then if they go for the Terror, then you can go for a U-Turn instead. U-Turn is also very good on Assault Vest. That's been shown in previous generations to be able to reset your Fake Out, be able to reset your Grassy Surge in case they've overwritten your terrain as well. Terror Blast can be whatever you want. So you can have whatever coverage. I've just given it Fire for now because then you're immune to burns. But yeah, Terror Blast can be literally whatever coverage you need. And there's definitely space. Like I said, it's Wood Hammer, it's Fake Out, and it's 2 fillers. So therefore, because it's a filler, you can just be whatever Terror type you want and get some Terror Blast as well. And then just Bulldoze gets an honorable mention because it can be some kind of speed control that hits both of them as well. So can Drum Beating, but Bulldoze can hit both. So if you're next to a flying Pokemon, Bulldoze could be pretty good as well. But basically, there's loads of good moves to have on Rillaboom. And I may have even missed a couple as well because it's got great coverage. So yeah, this is going to still be a very, very strong Pokemon. I will give an honorable mention to this set as well. I think this is going to be quite reasonable. Like, I did like Swords Dance Grassy Seed Rillaboom a lot the last generation. Like, it was easily its best set, in my opinion. But now it doesn't have Grassy Glide. It's probably not going to be as viable. It's still going to be okay. And now that you can go for Acrobatics with a Flying Stab, it's quite cool as well. Because of the Terror typing. Getting the Acrobatics guaranteed because of the Grassy Seed, that can be quite nice. So, just an honorable mention for this one. We'll say about the Bulk as well, that's able to survive a Life Orb Chi-Yu Heatwave on the special side. It's basically then going to be some kind of speed creep more. Like, I've just hit the bump with the attack, and then how much speed do you want? Because if you just go with that, then you're going to be outsped by most Rillabooms. Like, if you just don't opt into the speed creep war. But then, there is going to be one, for sure, with Rillabooms. How fast you go will be interesting to see as we go forward. If you've got something like Drum Beating, you're going to be faster, because then you'll be able to outspeed things after your Drum Beating. But if you don't have that, and you're just going with the Wood Hammer on the Fake Out, then you don't necessarily need the speed. And that might actually be better as well to drop your speed slightly, and then even go something like this. Especially if you have U-Turn, because then you'll get a slower U-Turn into what you want. And usually the slower U-Turn is the better U-Turn. So that's something to consider as well. And if you drop your speed IVs as well, you might be able to underspeed a female Indeedee so that you can get your grassy terrain before they get their psychic terrain. You might even go so far as going Brave. Thank you, mouse. As going Brave, minimum speed, so that you can most likely underspeed them. Like, obviously, it would be a speed tie between them if they're both minimum speed, but then that could be a 50-50 chance of just immediately winning the game on turn 0. Not even turn 1, turn 0. So, something to consider as well. But we'll see how the speed creep war goes for Rillaboom as we go forward. And we'll also see if it gets Grassy Glide back in the DLC. But if it doesn't, then this is just going to be a very good Pokemon. Not super busted, just very good. But that's perfectly acceptable.